Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. If you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Kim Dent. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love teaching stampers and crafters how to make quick, easy, and adorable greeting cards. If you found me on my YouTube channel, Stamping with Kim Dent, please say hello and let me know where you're from. I love finding out how far my videos have reached. Also, if you would be so kind to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Hello, hello. If you're tuning in live, please say hello on the Facebook Live tonight, or if you're watching the replay, please make sure you comment #replay. Hello, Joanna. Hello, Mary. How is everyone tonight? If you can tell, my voice is a little froggy tonight. I think I'm fighting a sinus infection, so I sound worse than I feel. I had stamp classes this weekend at Zion Lutheran, and we stamped 5 really sweet cards that I'm going to share with you in just a moment. I'm also going to share with you tonight a fancy fold card. So if you would just give me just 1 second, I will sync my laptop. Hello, April. How is your family doing? The flu bug is just flying all around us, isn't it? I had a bunch of stampers that weren't able to attend this past weekend because that nasty bug is just all over the place this year. Oops, sorry. There we go. All right. Hi, Patty. Hello, hello. Oh, Janice. Hello. Yeah, staying inside, that's a good plan. If you're in the St. Louis area, I've heard that we are going to be hit, or St. Charles too, Joanna. I've heard we're going to be hit on Tuesday with some more snow, so get your stamps ready to make some cards. It's always a good day when it's a snowy day to stay inside and stamp, isn't it? All right, let me flip my camera around. Thanks, everyone. Oh, I heard about the anniversary, the SNL anniversary. I did hear about that. It's hard to believe that's 50 years ago, isn't it? I can remember when Rick and we were watching it as young teenagers. How did that happen, Mary? Oh, hold on. All right. This is a brand new host code. If you're placing an order that is $149.99 or less, please use this code. This helps me out tremendously. If your order is $150 or more, don't use this code because I want you to receive the Stampin' Rewards. This is my website where you can find out all about me, place orders. You can join my team at my website. You can find out about my classes. So this is where you go if you want to place an online order. I decided this week to add my email address because many of you have reached out to me saying, can I place an order? Do I have to place an order online? And no, you do not have to do that. I'm very happy to place an order for you so that, and it can be sent directly to your home. So if you would like me to do that, please reach out. If you don't have my telephone number, you can always reach out and find me through my email address, stlouisstamper@yahoo.com. Hello, Joyce. Thanks for watching tonight. All right. I'm going to share the cards first that we made at stamp classes. And I'm excited. I had the cards that we made this past weekend were filled with celebration products. So that's my little commercial to remind all of you that celebration is going on now through February 28th, and I'll be showing you a few items. They've added additional items, but these 2 items, and this is one of them. This is called the Bold Butterfly Stamp Set. This is free if you spend $60. I also use these very pretty sequins. You can see them here. Those are the purple backed adhesive sequins. Don't they look pretty? That color is Petunia Pop, and then there's a little bit of fresh freesia down here. The DSP or scrapbook paper, our stampers got to choose what pattern they wanted. So that's from Bloom Impressions. So three celebration products used on this card. And for my friends who love butterflies, this was a big hit. This was the second card. This is a fun fold card, and I can't remember if it's a Z Fold card or a triple panel card, but it was easy to make. You just score it at 1 1/4 and, or let's see, 1 and, let me make sure in case you want to copy that. Sorry, 1 3/4. You scored it 1 3/4 and 4 1/4, and you get that sweet little fun fold. And then this is a new punch. This is called the In Touch punch. It's in the mini catalog. The words are from a stamp set that I'm going to use tonight, Hugs for Love. And then the outline, that sweet little outline with the flower, that's called, that's a coordinating, there's 2 coordinating stamp sets that coordinate with this punch, and that's called Brightest Borders. And on this one, this is a fun little tip that I like to share with stampers. I thought, I could have just adhered this white panel, this white punched out piece to this panel, but I always think it looks better with a little pop of color around it. So we punched out this one in white and then this one in red, and then to get that little pop of color, you can see I just cut it in half. And then probably if I was going to make this again, I probably would have punched like something else so it would cover, I don't know, so it would look more finished. So maybe another red one behind it. But the celebration item that I used, this is called fruit salad, and I told the stampers who came, when I saw it in the catalog, in the celebration catalog, I thought, why would you want fruity salad? But isn't it bright? It's so bright and cheerful. I love the colors. There's a whole bunch of patterns in there. So that's the fruit salad DSP that we used for this card. Thanks, Denise. I jumped right in. Look at this one. Bright and cherry. This is with terrific toadstools. This stamp set is in the mini catalog. The DSP that I use, the scrapbook paper I use, that coordinates with it, and that is in that's a celebration offering, as well as, I love these. These are brushed brass butterflies. They're in the annual catalog, but they're also a $60 offering. If you spend $60, you could choose a pack of these for free. So I love those. And Denise, I usually don't jump so fast into, a lot of people say, well, what's your favorite color family? I usually say to them, I typically, in the fall and winter, I use Rich Regals. But in the spring and the summer, I use the brights, which is Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green. And so I jumped right in. Usually it's February, but I jumped right into using these bright colors. And you can see on this one, whoops, this is a fun stamp set. It's got, it's a celebration stamp set. I thought this idea came from a wonderful stamper. Her name is Julie Davison. And you can see on this congratulation card, I used it as a megaphone, but then I flipped it around, and this says, it's a good day to celebrate, and I made it a party hat. And then there you can see some more of those sequins. And then this piece right here, that is from Toadstool Gardens, same pack as this one. And isn't it? It's so bright and cheerful. And then the last card, this one I did not use a celebration product, but I have had 2 girls on my team who when I saw this stamp set in the mini catalog, it's called Ocean Friends. I thought, who would want a stamp set with crabs and lobsters? Here in St. Louis, we don't live by the ocean. I have a few friends who live in Florida, but I don't know. But then I saw Vicky Todd and Lynn Zerbe's cards, and I thought, I've got to get the stamp set. I've got to get the whole thing, not just a stamp set. I got to have it all. I'm just like you girls. I got to have it all. So this is with the same stamp set that we're going to use tonight. This is Ocean Friends. This is a 2-step stamp, and it's really easy to stamp. The outline of the crab was stamped in Calypso Coral, full strength, and then this filler stamp, that was Calypso Coral also, but we just stamped off. And then that's called second generation stamping. That's how you get 2 different tones from one stamp set. And sometimes you can get 3. So the bubbles, I love these embellishments. And then I used Starfish on this one, but you'll get to see there's a bunch of different patterns that are just so bright and cheery. So that's Calypso Coral. This is Summer Splash, and then that's Melon Mambo, and then the words are in Berry Burst. So those are my cards. Thank you. Thanks so much, everyone. All right, the card that we're going to make tonight, I call this a what is it? WV. Yeah, WV. Some people call this an accordion card. So the W comes there, you can see it right there, right on top here. And then the V is the connecting part below. And then you can see all the adorable DSP, the bright and cheery DSP. I said, you know, I always overthink, and I think, why would you want a crab card? But then I start creating with it, and I'm like, this is just it's so bright and cheerful. I know any of my friends would love it. So this is from the stamp set. It's called Ocean Friends. And there it is. There's a coordinating set of dies that cut out the lobster, the crab, some coral, which I'll show you, and some some seaweed, and some starfish, which you'll see right here. Aren't they sweet? Sweet little things. All right. You can find this. Hello, Fran. Thanks for joining live. You can find this. Fran is down in Florida right now. She's not going to see any snow anytime soon. Friends of the Ocean. This is on page 30 and 31 of the mini catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like to receive one of these beautiful catalogs in the mail, I'm happy to pop it in the mail to you. Just you can comment below, or you can comment during the YouTube video, or you can send me an email, and I'm happy to do that for you. So there you can see there's the different patterns, a bunch of bright colors, Summer Splash, Melon Mambo, Berry Burst. I think there's Pumpkin Pie in there. Lemon Lime Twist. You can see that lemony lime color. So it's in the mini catalog. And let's see, the other stamp, the inside where I put sending you a big hug. That is this is also in the mini catalog. And there you can see this is where that punch comes into play that I used on the fruit salad. That's the border. And then these are all words for the inside. I used this one a lot this year. Happy Valentine's Day for my Valentines. And lots of hugs and kisses. But you make me smile. That can be used all throughout the year. Sending you a big hug. I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. So Hugs for Love is also in the mini catalog. All right, I'm going to pull out the kit. And this is a card that is very easy to make. It's especially if you have a simply scored tool, some type of scoring, like I use my paper trimmer or my simply score tool. So that's in the annual catalog. This is a piece of Melon Mambo. It is 5.5 by 11. And then you're going to score it at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. Those are the measurements that create the card base. You'll also need a piece of, I used Melon Mambo, but I could have used Calypso Coral, Here, let's turn it this way. This is 3 by 6, and you can score it at 3 inches, and that's what makes the V. And then you need a piece of, I use scrapbook paper. Some people just use plain white for this background, but I just thought it looks cute with the little sea creatures sticking out behind it. So this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then you need 4 pieces of DSP. So that's one thing, girls, when you are, and guys, because I know I have guy stampers watching me, when you've got like a whole pack, when you've got a whole suite, that's the beautiful part about purchasing like a whole suite. When you get the coordinating cardstock, I'm using Melon Mambo on this, a pack of the DSP, the stamp set, and the dies, it is so easy. Stampin' Up! Makes it so easy to create cards like this. And I love using lots of DSP. So you need 4 pieces for the panels, 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. Hello, Roberta. Thanks for tuning in. So that's for the 4 panels. And then you need a piece of 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's going to go on one of our 3 by 6 panels. Then you need, for your front piece, you need a piece of, this is what I'm going to stamp on. This is basic white, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then the piece on the inside where I stamped sending you a big hug, that is just a hair underneath 3 inches. That's 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And that's basic white. And then for my coral, I used Summer Splash. So I pulled all the colors from the DSP, 2 1/2 by 3. And then this tiny piece of Melon Mambo, you could use a scrap. This is 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. And then from the DSP, there's a sheet that has crabs and lobsters. And I just cut this out and then I die cut it. So that's where that came from. Although, if you, like when my DSP runs out, I'll be pulling out my stamp set. And that's the nice part about this. I just decided to cut. So there's where you can see I stamped it. Not too much difference. This is cut out and this is stamped. So when I run out of this paper, I'll be able to stamp it if I want to recreate a bunch of crab cards. So that is your kit. Let me scoop this down. Hi, Flo. Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, this is what we're making. A WV card, or some people call it an accordion card. All right, I'm going to sit that right here and we'll start assembling. Have any of you ever made a WV card before, or an accordion card? They are very easy to make. So when we take, you can see that I've scored it, 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 5 1/4, and 7. And then I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and that's the part that you want to give it like a nice good crease. So it's kind of a, it's a card that's got a little bit of thickness to it. So you want to make sure you crease it with your bone folder, and that helps it lay down. Let's see. I need my, here it is. My snail, not snail, my Stampin' Seal is running low, so I might have to refill it. So this is what I use along with my, along with this, my other favorite adhesive. But this is, this product is from Stampin' Up. The other product that I use for gluing is not. It's from My Sweet Petunia. All right. Got that piece down. The next thing I'm going to do, and this is something that I like to do with the panels. If you like the panels to all, what's the word? So you want the pattern to continue. When I'm cutting them, there you can see I number them on the back. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. These pieces are 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. So number 1, let's see, I think one goes here. Yeah, there you can see, like, you know, it's one of those things. You don't have to do it like that, but that's just a little tip that I have. If you're cutting and you want that pattern to continue, I just number the back of them so they all line up. 2. That's right. It is not. That's right, Patty. It is not very hard. Oh, and there we go. That's the end of the Stampin' Seal. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to do a little quick. I thought I was. Let's see. Oh, boo. Maybe I'm not. I thought I had my Stampin' Seal to refill it right here, but now I don't see it. Talk amongst yourself, girls. Well, all right, we're just going to go straight to this. It's gonna show up as soon as I quit talking. All right, the 4th piece. Goes right there. So, see how easy that is? Line that all up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my 3x6 piece of cardstock, and this is scored at 3 inches. And again, give it a good crease. And then for this, oh, I really wanted to use my Stampin' Seal. I know, I even had it ready here. Where are you? Well, we're just going to go with it. Usually I would recommend like a heavier adhesive, but what you want to do is you're just going to put your adhesive on one side and then the other. Got it? Don't put it all over, just on either sides of those panels. And then what I do is I kind of position it where I want it to be on my card, and I'm going to press down and then press down. Oh, and I think I want to squish it over just a little bit. There you go. I kind of like this to be in the center. So let's give that a second. Give it a little squish. I was going to show you all how to refill. Some people ask me a lot of times like how to refill this, and I had one already because I could see, you can tell like when it starts to run out, you get this fluorescent orange. So that's kind of like your warning, get one ready. But now, of course, I don't see it. Okay, the next panel we're going to put on, just to get the pieces out of the way. This is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. It would have looked okay with this, but I thought this looks good. That's one thing about the paper. You know, if you're done making ocean cards, the patterns on this are so fun. I probably will take a second, since we're moving along pretty quick, to show you the whole pack. So there's that. And then on my inside piece, this is just a hair underneath 3 inches. This is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. You could use 3. The reason I cut it a little smaller was because I didn't want it to hang out. Like, I want it to hide underneath this Melon Mambo panel. So for this, we're going to bring in, what colors did I use? I used Berry Burst. And Sending a Big Hug is fun. Ooh, and I can tell that's a little on the light side. It means that I need to add a re-inker to this. Let's see. And then I'm going to bring in some coral. And I'm going to keep it the same as the coral that I cut out. So this is Summer Splash. This is a fun in color. Go. Set this back. So this piece, this square, is going to hide directly behind this panel. And then that's how I just kind of eyeball it. I just want it to hide behind there. Like that. And then for my outside piece, this piece is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. We're going to do a little bit more stamping on this one. So for this one, I'm going to put Hello Friend and Berry Burst up at the top. And what else do I have on there? Oh, I've got some bubbles. Okay, they're here. Look, oh my goodness, girls. Here it is. Woo! So I'm just going to add a few of these kind of randomly. And then, I think that's all my stamping. So I'm going to close up my ink pads. And now, with this piece, the 2.5 by 3, this is what I ran through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I love this because it's such a large die. So, but I decided after I cut the size of my basic white square, I didn't need the whole thing. So what I did was I just cut it out like a small portion of the coral. I guess it was on this side. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to position it. I'm going to see how it, yeah. This one, you definitely like the Tombow glue, something with a nice fine tip. You need that because I couldn't do it with the Stampin' Seal. I could use like an adhesive sheet. That might be an option. But I love this thing. So nice. All right, now I'm going to take my coral and position it. Like that. So you can see there's a ton hanging off the edge, and I'm just going to bring in my scissors and flip it over, and I'm going to snip off what I don't want. Oops, that one I kind of missed, or maybe it slid. There we go. So there's my coral. Let me get these two pieces out of the way. And I can glue this piece. Oh, I gotta use this. Oh, gotta use this. Oh, I lost a piece of coral. It's going to go right here. Let me get that little piece back. Kind of came disconnected from the big piece. So that's how it looks so far. And then you can see with the dies, I cut out the crab just like that, and I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. Of the crab. So I hope if you are thinking about making a purchase, especially a big one like this, take advantage of Celebration, because we have just till February 28th before that promotion ends. Also, if you're thinking about joining my team to get the discount, it's a great time to do it because you you have two options. You can choose an additional $30 in free merchandise. So for $99, you would get $155 worth of product, whatever you want. It ships for free. You automatically get a 20% discount on everything you order. That includes anything that's on clearance or on last chance product list that's going away. Or the second option is you can choose, there is a stamp set called Handmade Designs, and you can choose, if you don't have your Stampin' Right markers, you could choose, there are two sets. So you could get two sets of Stampin' Right markers plus a special stamp set. I think it's $191 value. It ships for free. You automatically get a 20% discount. You can be your own best customer. I always like to point that out. People think that they have to do what I do in whole classes. You do not. It's just what I've decided to make of this wonderful Stampin' Up hobby of mine. But most of the girls on my team do it either for to get the discount, they're their own best customer, or they might have one or two friends that they sell to. So if you're interested or you have questions about that, please contact me. Or the other thing is, the other option during celebration, you if you spend $300 or you collect $300 in orders, you are eligible for an additional $30 in free merchandise. On top of the 30 that you would normally get, you would get an additional, or it's a little more than 30, I think, you would get an additional 30. So there goes my starfish. Oop. They're cut out in Melon Mambo. And then, let's hide this one right there. We're going to bring in those adorable glossy dots. So these are called the Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. And they are, Joyce, they are very bright and cheerful. Aren't those fun? Okay, I used, let's see, I think I used blue, the blue ones or the Summer Splash ones. I think I'm going to go ahead and use them again. I like to use odd numbers. So on this, it's a kind of a tiny little space. So we're just going to use 3. Aren't these cute? All right. There is our WV card. Thanks, Jan. Thank you, everyone. If you have questions about it, just feel free to reach out to me. I love helping all of you create and make sweet cards from this wonderful hobby of ours. The one thing I do want to share this before I go, Stampin' Up added, there are, let's see, 11 new products. There you can see that from the butterfly card that we made that I showed you. That's one of the free options. There's the brush brass butterflies. You all know I love that bee builder punch, and I use this one, Happy Labels Pick a Punch, a lot. But my favorite thing that I wanted to tell you about before I go, just because I think it's such an amazing offering, especially since Vera, our granddaughter, has been born, I love putting her name on different things, and hopefully if I ever get to scrapbooking, or also numbers too, like I've used for graduation cards. I love this stamp set, or this die set. It's called Alphabet Alamo dies, and it is a $42 value. So there you can see, if you're a scrapbooker, if you like putting names or like numbers, graduation, there's your numbers right there. I got this second set for free because I spent $60 and I chose the Alphabet a la mode. This is an amazing bar. You can purchase it in the, it's in the annual catalog. I have a feeling that after this catalog, when we see like our retirement list, I have a feeling these dies will go away. But what my friend Lynn Zerby shared this, and a light bulb went off in my head. If you are a scrapbooker or a card maker who enjoys personalizing your cards, or obviously your scrapbook pages, it is so nice to have 2 sets of alphabet dies. And when she said that, I'm like, and then shortly after that, I think that was on the 1st at my crop, she was like, it's so nice to have 2 sets of alphabet dies. And then the day or 2 after that, that's when Stampin' Up! Added this alphabet a la mode, this die set, to the additional offerings. So if you are a scrapbooker, just, I would say, place an order, and it's a $42 value, the die set, and you get it for free with a $60 order. So that's all I got for this week. Oh, I'm ready for, yeah, who is ready for the beach in summer? I am. Let me flip this around. I'll share something. So in March, in 1 month, I'm going to Raleigh, North Carolina, with 5 girls on my team, and we are going to a Stampin' Up! Conference there. But then in May, the incentive trip that I earned, I should say we, because my sweet honey, I could not do it without him, that we earned last year is Disney. So we'll be, I think it's the day after Mother's Day, we are headed, the day after Mother's Day, we're headed to Florida, and we are being treated to some 2-day pass. I guess they're called 2-day passes to Disney. The one thing that I'm excited about the most, though, it's like a 5-star resort that we'll be staying at, the Grand Floridian. If any of you have ever stayed there, or if you are a Disney goer, if you have any tips or places that you think Rick and I should eat at, please share that with us. Between now and then, I'm going to be getting a list together of things to see. I think I know one of the days, I think we're going to go to Animal Kingdom. I think that's where we're going to use one of our day passes, and then maybe Epcot for the other one. So if you have any tips to share about Epcot or Animal Kingdom or any of the places that we should eat while we're down there at Disney, I would appreciate it. I always have to add this, less than 1% of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators earn the trip. So that's my disclaimer. So thanks, everyone. Stay warm. For all my friends who are in the St. Louis, St. Charles, be careful this week with the upcoming snow again. Get your stamps and your scrapbooking ready so you've got something to do on Tuesday. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful week. God's blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.